What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going, friends? So, how's everybody doing? So, normally I call I call PlayStation's E3 event, which hasn't been hasn't happened in a couple years. I call it my Super Bowl because that's like the biggest event for me in gaming every year. And I mean, there's been some big years where I got just so excited. Oh man, I'll never forget. I will never forget the year they announced God of War 2018 and that reveal and Cory Barlog up there playing the game and Bear McCreary with a live orchestra. Like that was, I don't know, that was just like, in my opinion, the greatest E3 event that has ever happened. And like, I don't know, it changed the way I saw gaming kind of as a whole. I know it's really like when I'd say when I became like interested in PlayStation as a community, you know? Cuz like we were all there watching it and everybody was excited. And I don't know, I just felt like this sense of community behind it. And then, what year was that? And then like of course when they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake as well, like that was huge. Obviously, because that ended up becoming such a huge part of my life. It's just like, and I think that's part of it. Like I saw the God of War announcement trailer, and I saw the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer, and I was just like, shit, this is gonna affect my life in such a major way, you know? Like a lot of times like when things happen, you don't know how they're gonna affect you, or like sometimes even when you're in important situations, you don't realize that they're important, you know? But you're lucky enough. Sometimes you can. I don't know. I don't know if I consider that lucky, but sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know. So this event is going to start in 11 minutes. Starts at 3:15. I know there's like obviously there's tons of channels out there like streaming it, and like I was watching the E3 YouTube channel and I was watching like the the Game Awards with Jeff Keighley talking about it a little bit, a very very little bit. And it's like, I'm not going to watch any of that. I want pure just me. So that way you get my honest reactions. Also, which I'm working on right now. I added. Hey, what's up, AJ? Sorry, why was that not? How did that? Maybe it did show up and I just missed it. What a background. Yeah, you like that? I made that. I haven't felt that way since the Black Panther movie. Oh yeah. Were you a big Black Panther fan before? You know, all of the recent hype behind it. But as I was saying, I added a channel to um, the Discord, and it's going live notifications. So this if for anybody, because I know M started streaming, and Melon Boyo streams, and I don't know, anybody who streams or like I don't know has any content that they want to share, feel free to throw it on that channel. Because I don't always do it, but sometimes I'll say like just in general chat that I'm doing that I'm going live and stuff. But I'm gonna have a dedicated channel just to that, and that way I'll do it every time as well. Black Panther Storm in 2007. Oh yeah, which makes sense because isn't it your picture in the Discord of Storm? There we go. There we go. No, you can be quiet. Sure is. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so I'm not like really expecting it, but we might get some more info on Final Fantasy 7 remake. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more on Final Fantasy 16. But both of those, I'd say like there's a 50-50 chance of like either of those. Um but they're for sure, what's it? They say something about Babylon's Fall. They're for sure talking about Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange, and Marvel's Avengers, which, of course makes sense. Um Life is Strange is, out of the three, what I'm most excited about. Um, the Ta Nehisi Coates version of Black Panther is so good. Yeah, I don't know who that is, or what is Ta. I'm gonna look that up. He's an American author and journalist. Coates gained a wide readership during his time as a national correspondent at The Atlantic, where he wrote about cultural, social, and political issues, particularly regarding African Americans and white supremacy. But he wrote a version of Black Panther. That's cool. I've I've never really read comics. I've never been into them. Like the only comics I've ever read, well, like physical comics, I mean, the only physical comics I've ever read were the God of War ones, and that's because Sony Santa Monica sent them to me. I've got a cousin who's really into comics, and like he tried to get my older brother into them when I mean, this was 15, 20 years ago. What year is it? God, that was probably like 20 years ago, at least. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Never. I've like read some comics and stuff online, and like sometimes, like with pre-orders and stuff, they'll like with game pre-orders, I have like a couple of comics on my PlayStation that I read. He's writing the latest volumes of Black Panther. Oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. Do you know if he has anything to do with like is he involved with writing the movies, or like the like his involved is he involved in like the Avengers game at all? It's really too bad that the Avengers game like isn't that good, because it could be really good. It's just, and I would have played it, but like it's just not what I wanted at all. And I feel like everybody expected it to be, I don't know, like a third person just action adventure game, which is really what it should have been, instead of this like game as a service, which, I mean, they spent a ton of money on and they are losing so much money. But it would have been so cool. He wasn't involved in the movie. Cuz like I'm not a big Marvel guy. Like I enjoy the movies for sure. Like I've seen all of them, but like, and I've talked about this a million times, but I haven't watched any of the TV shows, or, and like after Endgame, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm kind of done. And like, but I would have for sure played like an Avengers action adventure game by Square, published by Square. Like That would have been cool. And like those first trailers that they were coming out with made it seem like it was going to be really story heavy and it seemed really interesting. And I mean, there's so many just cool, interesting characters that like with all different kinds of, you know, powers. And I'm sure like that part of it's cool, but I don't know. I did not want like this ongoing game. And obviously nobody else did either because no one plays it. The movie head writer was Ryan Coogler. Okay. Never even looked at the Avengers game. Not a fan of when they get tokenistic. Oh yeah. All they've really done so far, I think, is like announced Black Panther in Avengers, the Avengers game. I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll see more today. Obviously. Let me see. Black Panther Avengers. I can spell Avengers game release date. Okay. They don't have a release. They'll probably announce a release date today. I'm guessing. He will be introduced as a protagonist of the upcoming War for Wakanda operation, releasing in late 2021. Get warmed up before the stream. I'll tell you, I was getting warmed up. My phone was getting warmed up. I was sitting outside. It's so nice today. I was like, I'm gonna get ready early and I'm gonna sit outside for a little while. That's what I did. It was nice. It was really nice. But then my phone, because like I was sitting outside watching like the very end of the Xbox. I didn't even see any of the Xbox premiere or their showcase stuff. I just watched like the analysis afterwards from like I don't know some people I'd never seen before and kind of funny. 2 minutes. Two. I don't know. Is there anything else you think they might show, AJ? Anything you're excited about? 60 seconds. Oh man, getting close. Any other predictions? I will probably see more on Project Athia, which they actually gave a real name, which is actually dumber than Project Athia. It's called Project Athia. Forspoken. Yeah, it's now called Forspoken. That's the official name. That game does look dope. It looks really good. Oh, is that what you're saying? Oh, I see. I got you. All right. Oh, gotta do it quick. Gotta do it quick. Push-ups and sit-ups. If I see anything on Digimon Survive, are they doing a Digimon game? I didn't even know they were doing that. Did not get my workout camera set up. Good. Mirror will begin shortly. Do I need to refresh the page? Okay. Push-ups. Sit-ups, push-ups. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hasn't gone live yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, here we go. Oh, we got another countdown. We got another 2 minutes. Oh, this song. This is a free YouTube music song. Oh, it's funny. That's funny. When you listen to enough free YouTube music that you recognize it. Okay. There we go. And hydrate. Cheers. I used this song in one of my Australia vlogs. Boom, boom, boom. What up? What up, Fletch? You have any predictions? Do you have anything you hope to see or want to see? 16's all you expect? Yeah. I'm trying to think, did that original trailer even have a year on it? Did it? I think it... Did it say like 2022 or... Oh yeah. If there's any Kingdom Hearts stuff, like I've said this before, I'm just not at all interested anymore. I'm right there with you, dude.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here.
Can you hear everything okay?
Your host of Square Enix Presents.
Turn it up a little
Today,
bit.
we
Does that
have
sound
a
okay?
special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios across the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal. We hope you enjoy the show.
I am so proud of you. Do you know what a birthright is?
Could be a bit louder. Yeah, no, they've confirmed for sure that they're doing something on
Something that's a part of you.
more Marvel stuff. Life is Strange. Yeah, they're for sure going to talk about the new one.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
So we got fined. We appear to be 6,963 units short. I know, we clearly need a plan.
If you see anything with claws the size of tracks, let me know.
We got this. Drax, throw him. No!
You want monster? I'll show you monster!
No! We disrobe!
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
Smash him up, Drax!
Meet your maker!
We're all professionals here, right? Maybe we can work something out.
Get him! You had one job, Quill.
I did exactly what? Gamora, no killing teammates! It's literally in your contract!
I made no such commitment.
Never been to that Guardian. I like the movies. Pretty much, that's just kind of my general Marvel stance. The movies were fine. I enjoyed the movies. Except when it comes to Spider-Man. I love everything Spider-Man.
Star-Lord, right?
Well, the sun is a star. Neat.
Hi, my name is Olivier Proux, senior
Probably
producer
not
here
gonna
at
play.
Eidos Montreal. For the past few years, we've had the privilege to work on our version of
Yeah.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and reimagine it into a single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure game.
See, that's what
It's our
the
own
Marvel
fresh take
Avengers
on the
game should have
Guardians, and
been.
Something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action as you try to lead this band of misfits. But today, I'm really excited to have all of you join us on this journey, and you'll hear more about the game from our team behind this project.
Right, let's do this.
I've always loved Marvel's cosmic characters. Growing up as a kid, and I read them, enjoyed them, loved them. I had the opportunity to write for Marvel on some of their cosmic titles. I went back with the help of Bill Roseman, the editor, and kind of cherry-picked characters from Marvel's past.
The opportunity here was to build a team, but to make it all underdogs.
Yeah.
So that the reader would think, oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to.
Do you like the Spider-Man movies,
The design of
Fletch?
the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head it was a minute. I was like, oh my god, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share.
You don't really care about Spider-Man either?
And
I've always
that
loved Spider-Man.
we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely
It's like-
the spirit of what these characters are.
So you know, in the Spider-Man PS4 game,
Is no matter in what
they
phase of the game you are,
they changed
whether in
Spider-Man's face.
exploration
Like they came out with the
or
game,
something,
and
Guardians
you know,
are constantly around you, and you never feel
he looked
like
away.
you're the
He
leader.
had
The
a
Guardians
face,
will also
and then
change
like
you and
they
never
completely
feel
changed
their
it with an
own.
update.
You have to adapt to it.
You are
That was just like so weird. I don't know why they did that. Like they made him better looking. But Spider-Man is never like supposed to be better looking, like really super good looking, you know? He's a nerdy kid. That's the point.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your
I mean, he's a
blasters and
beefcake.
you're using your jet boots.
But that's
Star-Lord is really
that's because he's got the special powers. Like the spider made him a beefcake. He wasn't a beefcake to start out with, you know?
That have different powers as well. And on top of all of this, he can use the unique abilities of his guardians.
We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No.
I was able to tolerate the MCU a lot more once I just treated them like a different version of the comics. Oh yeah.
They've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story,
I've always gone into like basically since the first Iron Man movie, I always went into them with just like, you know, this is gonna be a fun movie. You know, I'm not gonna like
And when you're starting to work on
get
the story,
super deep and analytical and be like, oh, this character's from this and that character's from that, and like I've watched enough of them where I'm like, oh, that's cool that this guy's in this, but like,
some that are well known, but some that
you know, like when WandaVision came out, everybody was talking about all their theories, like every week about everything that was happening and what was going on. It's like, man, there's no way I'm gonna do that. I don't care that much about it.
Amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets. And
Like it's that TV show is it's a show that is made purely for fan theories. You know, it's kind of like the Lost of the MCU world. Like they do it, except like it seems like WandaVision actually has a reason behind everything they do, and it's not just like thrown together. And there's no mystery box. You know, there's actually something in the mystery box. Spider-Man was designed to be a handsome nerd. He didn't have buck teeth, bad acne, a honking nose. I don't know. I think before he got bitten by the spider, he was an ugly-looking fella. Not ugly. He was just average.
37 units?
We appear to be 6.
I don't think he was made to be handsome.
Units short.
We intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly.
Wow, they are really going on about this fucking game. I don't care. Let's move on.
Come on, you've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
How long has this been going on? He has a timer, right?
Figurines are not knickknacks.
10 minutes ago. Still going. Okay.
Sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarantara. Guys!
The Hollywood version of ugly, where they're supposed to be seen as less attractive because you had glasses. Kinda. Kinda.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
So, Groot, I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
You say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
We're flying the wrong way.
Yeah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is...
Did they say how long this was gonna be? Because if they spend like half of it on this.
Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
It's scheduled for 40
At
minutes.
least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey,
If it's only going to be 40 minutes long, they've already spent over a quarter of it on this single game.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
I know, right? I mean, like, I get it. Like, you got that Disney, Marvel license. You know, you wanna invest in it. You wanna
We should have gone to Makru.
promote it, but God, I just don't care.
I would be wary, rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World.
I know.
think I'm scared of some little...
It's not alone. Get ready.
But like I was saying, this is what that Marvel game should have been. It should have been a third-person action-adventure game, like
Shoot first.
a story-heavy focused,
This won't hurt.
not some Destiny wannabe.
Meet your maker. Steel Boy's enjoying this way too much.
This is the local fauna.
It's about to be an endangered species.
Groot, Hawkeye time. Oh, you, Rocket.
Time to go boom.
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe
Yeah.
there are directions.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
Yeah, but
I'm
there's
not
there's
saying
probably
it's
like
the word fortress on it, but
there's got to be
such a
some
civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside.
Chad gamer out there that is streaming this whose chat's going nuts though, you know.
They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put me down.
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No.
Very well.
Peter.
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of
I am not familiar with these words. Order the beast to do its job. Rocket, come on, man!
Ram it, fast face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10!
Okay, deal. Thanks for the bridge, Rocket.
If you even think of pulling that
Wait.
stud again...
Hear that?
Guys.
I got it.
These creatures are perfect predators. Stop cheering for the murder monster.
Somebody's having fun.
So for the Life is Strange game, not as excited about this one as like, I mean, I guess I wasn't really like excited about the first one because I didn't play it till long after it came out, but I was really excited about the second one and I thought it looked really good. And this third one, I'm sure it's gonna be good, but I think her superpower is dumb as fuck. She sees people's aura. Like, that's her skill. That's her supernatural ability. I'm like, what? That's just like some new age bullshit. Like, that's like, if I had the ability to like if I had the choice between being able to move time forwards and backwards, have telekinesis, telekinetic powers, or see people's auras. Aura's like way down on that list. I'd almost rather have no powers than have the power to see people's auras. It's just, I don't know. That makes me so not excited about this game. And like, I'm still gonna play it. I'll be honest. I'm still gonna play it. And I'm sure it's gonna be good, but her power's just dumb.
Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Like, if they're gonna have to have a really good trailer that's gonna have to sell me to get me excited about it.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This is an affront to democracy. I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed. You want to make that call, then you better...
You'd choose aura reading over no powers? I don't know. I feel like it would just make life more complicated.
Time comes, I'll get you out of there.
Life is Strange is never really about the powers, though. It's about the characters. Exactly. Which is why I'm still gonna play it. But,
Gamora, can you help me with this? What? Why?
I don't know. I stand by my statement.
Your safety as our leader.
Come on.
Don't look at me, I ain't pulling that thing. Remember, buddy, menacing, like me, only bigger.
Wait a minute. There was, what was it? There was another game that they just had a trailer for that used this song as well. Oh, what was it? Hold on a second.
How long before someone else
I love
wants
this
to
song.
pull this thing? Here's 60 clicks from
Even though I'm gonna get a copyright strike from it. Or not a strike, but I'm not gonna be able to monetize this because of this song. Maybe if I just talk enough over it. Oh, right, it was the new He-Man Netflix TV show. They used that song. I need a hero. God, it's been 20 minutes. Are they seriously spending half their time? It's got to be longer than 40 minutes.
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many times do I have to kill you? The audacity that you thought you could rob me. Dweller, feast upon them!
Okay. let's say I was excited about this game. This has the problem that a lot of trailers have, where they just showed half the game. Like, they pretty much showed everything but the ending. Which there are some trailers that do pretty much that as well.
Revisit two iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms.
All right,
First up,
about time we moved on.
the classic
Fuck
games
me.
in the Final Fantasy series, and then get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch.
What? No way. No way, we were just talking about this yesterday. Dick's Tail. Oh no, I guess they have. I did know that they were doing this. They've already announced this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Steam and mobile. Is that what it said? Was that it? Steam and mobile. Steam and mobile, that's it. That is it. They gotta come out with it on other like on actual consoles eventually, right? Like, what the fuck? That's total bullshit. That is total bullshit.
Up next,
Why would
Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs. Cosmic energy is building up.
They have to. They have to eventually release it on. I say that, but there are so many mobile games, like Final Fantasy mobile games, that they have never released on console. I mean, like remasters. Like, I have been waiting. Everybody has been waiting for Final Fantasy Tactics on anything but mobile for 2 decades. When did that game originally come out? Maybe not that long, but like forever.
Aim will save this. I will save it. There is no end to this promise.
I guess it did come out on Game Boy Advance. That game actually came out. 97, 98 it came out. So yeah, like, I mean, there hasn't been like, it's probably been like 15 years that people have wanted that game to come out on anything but mobile. Tactic 4 and 6 ported to Switch. Right, same here, except for PlayStation. It really doesn't. It doesn't seem like an unreasonable request. Although I have for PlayStation 1.
But as a man who has seen 3
and I've never
Black
beaten it.
Panthers
I've tried
fall,
a couple times to play it and beat
I
it.
must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path.
Alright,
You
turned
are
up because I know
about to
AJ is
walk
excited
down.
about this. God, he is such a badass.
They all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the tank.
It is Claw. Vibranium doesn't belong to you. You are right. Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Right? That's what I was thinking. He does look like a Nathan Drake type.
Talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame. They all want the name.
Included at no additional cost. There you go. That's a smart move.
Now
That is a
it's
smart
time to
move.
give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming months.
Oh boy.
Good evening,
Mobile.
426. Our
I don't know
intelligence
why I get
reports
excited
a new
for these
threat
things.
to global stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen
Is
before.
this Hitman? The just
Following Agent 47's disappearance,
the
you were selected
hype
because
train.
of
I
your
get why
marvelous
it's a
skills.
problem.
Execution
Because there's just
must be
so much
perfect.
pressure put on these things, and there's so much hype behind them.
From the shadows,
It's
and they will never.
and I'm totally a victim of it. Like, if there's nothing in this whole premiere that I get excited about, I'm gonna be bummed, you know. But like, if there wasn't this event, like, I wouldn't care. I would just be completely indifferent about these games coming out, you know. I wouldn't be upset that I'm not seeing what I want to see, you know. Yeah.
Today, the team at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the epic world of Babylon's Fall.
Right,
Featuring
yeah.
Fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
Okay, this could be good. This could be good. We'll see.
Built over 1,000 years, it was meant to be a tower of dreams. But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin. Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo-Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
Digging the opera.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope, for what little hope there may be.
Seen through the veil at last, have you? We're all prisoners of our subjective reality. Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
Not but two paths lie ahead. ascend to the heavens above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
I mean, that looks pretty cool. Probably never play it, but like, if like a couple of my friends got really into it,
プラチナゲームズは本当にアク
I
シ
would
ョン
totally
に
join them.
関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニーアオートマタでそれが証明できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
ニーアオートマタのアクションをもっと楽しむためにどうしたらいいかって選ばれたジャンルがハック&スラッシュでしたので、このゲームのコンセプトは端的に言うとニーアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん一人でも遊べるんですけど、4人でダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
So the co-op part I
こ
love.
とについては、プレイヤーが途切れない目標に向かって、
Maybe crash through that. Oh, no.
追い求め続けることができると。プレイヤーは、
Right. Yeah, it just seemed like
ダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。
each character didn't seem that
素材を集めて
diverse.
自身を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
But I don't know, maybe he's got different arrows that do different things.
という形ですね。
I don't know.
ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思ってます。
プレイヤーの背中についているギデモコフィンというのがかなりキーアイテムとなっています。それによって、遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも変わってきます。
ハイファンタジー感というかその上品さというところはすごい意識してくれっていうふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックにやらないようにというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような感じは意識しました。
このゲームは運営型のゲームとして開発しています。発売後も定期的に新しいコンテンツを提供する予定です。
ようやく皆さんに改めてこういった形で発表できたこと本当に私たちも嬉しくなってますし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になっていくので精一杯頑張っていきたいので皆さんも引き続き応援よろしくお願いいたします。
You ever think though, like Twitch will come out with
Now let's check out the
a
next
version?
major
Well,
entry
wait a
in
minute.
the
If you're
popular
watching
Life is
Twitch and you
Strange
pause
series,
it, does the chat
True
still keep
Colors.
going?
The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at
Here we
Alex
go.
Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first, here's a look at the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
Feels so weird to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield. What do you remember about us as kids? I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay. We are awesome!
What?
Come on, let's dance! Or take my picture with your new camera.
Oh, it's slightly darker and more contrasted. What an update. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good, you're here. Rachel saved my life.
Oh
She was
my
angel.
god.
Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit.
Right, more shading. Like it's already super like cell shaded and not, I don't know if it's cell shaded. I don't know what like the correct term is, but like it's got a style to it, you know? Like it's not meant to be like this 4K super realistic high definition game.
Whatever's going on between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Frank.
Then I realized I had a choice and the power to change everything. Arcadia Bay is on the edge of disaster. Time to change time.
Whatever happens, I'll always have your back. Always.
And that didn't even include Life is Strange 2, did it?
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXM Tune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did. You can see the love and care that Deck 9 have put into remastering both Life is Strange and Before the Storm. This collection features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games. Back in March, we also revealed the next major game in the series, Life is Strange: True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets of Haven Springs. Today, we have a first look at Alex's unique power in action. Here's game director Zach Garris for more.
Alex's psychic power of empathy is integral to the story of Life is Strange: True Colors. It impacts every relationship she builds and every decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky.
I think it's awesome that she's back. She was like definitely the standout character of Before the Storm.
Sadness and anger of those around her.
I'm real excited that Steph's
her
back.
Power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
From the very start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to gain an insight into people's emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
These valuable insights deepen Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven Springs, as well as sparking new dialogue options and events, as here from a scene very early on in the game.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her, and it's all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden from his long-term girlfriend, and now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So please,
Steph is way cool.
help me out.
Man, this is what I'm saying. Like, I would not want this power.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit. Thanks for telling me the truth, Alex.
Are we
Like,
still together?
people keep secrets for good reasons.
I
Like,
need to get
and
back
not
to
even
work.
secrets. They just don't say everything they're thinking, and we have an internal
When Alex
dialogue for a
encounters
reason.
A particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry a dangerous, even life-threatening amount of power.
He's dead! I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
This anger could kill her. What if I could just take it away?
Using Alex's power is the only way you can uncover the truth behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her?
Take away her
What would it do
pain.
to me?
Ooh.
And even if I can, should I?
How far
You can do that? Okay, now that's got me more excited. She can like
is yours.
directly manipulate people's emotions.
Alex's
That's fucked
powers
up.
look so
I like that.
awesome. I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices, but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th. Don't forget, you can pre-order Life is Strange: True Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
I don't know. I can't tell if I'm more excited or less excited about it all coming out at once. I wish they would at least, because like the way they did the last, well, I think the first two, I guess, or even the spinoffs, like the episodes were like months apart.
And now,
I kind of
we are
wish they would
excited
do
to unveil
an
a
episode a
brand new
month
title
for like
from
the next
Square
5
Enix
months or
Japan.
something, instead of just all out at once. Life is Strange, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be PS4 as well.
I'm here to kill chaos.
Tetsuya
That's my
Nomura.
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
Yeah.
I only know one thing. I want to kill Chaos. I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst. Move aside! You're dust!
You sure Chaos is here?
Yeah, we can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down. Feel the pain!
But like, honestly, that is the best part about the Life is Strange games.
So thick I can taste it. This is it.
Like,
no
the real human emotions that they are able to capture and like exude, and the really fucked up parts of those games. That's the best two parts of the Life is Strange games. That's what makes him so good.
Chaos.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'll crush you! Know when you're beaten! And who are you? We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
This is a drinking game trailer right here.
No. I become Chaos.
I am tempted to play this game just so I can make a drinking game out of it. Final Fantasy or what? Stranger what? Well, okay, it's a Final Fantasy game. I gotta play it. Demo available soon. Alright, so now I have to play that, and I'm gonna be drinking every time I play it. Every time they say chaos, I have to take a drink.
As well as those to come.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know, I didn't expect it to be a Final Fantasy game. That does look really interesting. There we go. What's that? This is, what is this? This is just like, hey, remember all these other games we're working on? We're not gonna give you anything new, but like, don't forget that we're working on them.
No, of course I will. I'll call you. Thank you for joining us today. Keep an eye out for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Okay, how long did it end up being? Let's see. 43 minutes. Yeah, and they spent 20 of it on Guardians of the Galaxy. That did look dope, though. I kind of want to watch that again, because I was distracted. What was it? Final Fantasy Origins. I could probably just go to Square's page. Sure, if it'll pop up here in a minute if I just keep refreshing. But yeah, Life is Strange looks really good. Like that did totally get me way more excited for it. Because, like I said, I was for sure going to play it. I mean, it's Life is Strange. They're always good. But, like, I wasn't super excited because I guess they haven't really done a deep dive into her powers and how they work. So, like, that was good to see that it's going to be more interesting than, like, her being able to directly manipulate people's emotions. Like I said, that's fucked up, and that's interesting. Oh, come on. You know it's already uploaded. Just make it live. What are we waiting for? I wonder if I can just go back. I guess I can just go back. Okay. We'll just do that. Okay, here we go.
We are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
With the memory of their struggle buried deep within their hearts. Story, scenario, Nojima? Okay. I don't recognize the director or producer. Concept. You know, honestly, I don't know what they mean what by creative producer, but concept and character design by Tetsuya Nomura, that's great. That is great. That's all he needs to do.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission.
1. Team Ninja, that's interesting that they're working on it too.
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
2.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing. I want to kill chaos.
3.
I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
You sure chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash
4.
monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the shrine of chaos.
5.
He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Feel the pain!
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
It's a lot darker and a
There
lot.
was a knight who left on the same journey as you.
It's like brutal.
Never returned. His
Which
name
is
was
cool.
Garland. If you could,
Garland.
I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
6. You called him Garland.
Good. I would be grateful if you looked for him.
I missed that
There
the
was
first
a
time.
knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
That was 6. Angry Spice, Flippin' Spice, and Cool Spice.
And who are you?
We're here to kill chaos.
7.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland.
No.
He said it twice. How did I miss that the first time around?
Chaos.
8. I can count. Stranger of Paradise. Final Fantasy Origin. That's interesting. That looks very interesting. PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC. It's gonna be on everything. Is it? Like story-wise, is that very similar to the original Final Fantasy? That looks cool though. That looks real cool. I'll for sure be playing that. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Any other ideas? Any other thoughts, comments, concerns, questions? It definitely, yeah, no Final Fantasy 16. Like I said, I was about 50-50 on expecting 16 or 7 2. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. I would have been pleasantly surprised if we saw either of them. But I wasn't like super expecting it. Yeah. Just as mad I was when we started. Yeah. Let's see. The first thing I actually was kind of excited about. It's so much time on Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, pissed that the Final Fantasy Origins stuff is not coming out on PlayStation or any console. Any console. It's only going to be on Steam and mobile. That's dumb. And then the Marvel's Avengers stuff. And then the mobile stuff. And then Babylon's Fall. Looks fairly interesting, but I'm not going to play it. Life is Strange. I'm more excited about that than I was before. And Final Fantasy. What they call it? Stranger Danger. Stranger of Paradise. I don't know. There's got to be more to it than what they just showed, obviously. But it seems like it's going to be a very short game. If they're just like, walk up to this castle, go through the castle, fight chaos. But like, also, I would be okay if it's not a 40, 50 hour game. Like, honestly, I would prefer it to be like maybe 20, 25 hours. I think that would be good. And not get like super RPG-y and get like, I don't know. I'm getting kind of worn out on really long games. Slightly more annoyed seeing the Avengers use Wakanda as a teaser. I mean, I don't know what you expected. Like that's what it was gonna be. They're not gonna, I don't know, make it all about him. Honestly, what would have been cooler if they had done made a separate game, War of Wakanda, and then added the Guardians of the Galaxy into the Avengers game. I think that would have been more interesting. I would have been more likely to play a Black Panther game than like a Black Panther solo game than a Guardians of the Galaxy solo game. Right, exactly. Honestly, probably won't play either, though. Yeah, maybe they're gonna do that. That's why I didn't give Avengers the time of day. Yeah. Gameplay's not enticing. Right. I think everyone was surprised by the direction they decided to go with the Avengers game. And not in a good way, obviously. I was excited about it. And I was like, definitely, I was considering playing it. And then it ended up being this long-term game as a service type game that I just completely lost all interest in after that. Yeah, I guess you're right, but. Well, when you get big games like that, there is no target audience. The target audience is as many people as they can possibly get interested in it. It's kind of like video games are kind of doing the opposite of what Netflix is doing. Like Netflix is making TV shows for very specific targeted audiences. And video games are becoming bigger and trying to encompass as many possible people as they can for each game so they can sell as many copies. And Sean Layden has said this. He said this a long time ago. Like, games are getting too big, they're getting too expensive, they're getting too long to make, and there's just too much investment into each game. And then if a game fails so spectacularly, like Marvel's Avengers, like Final Fantasy VII Remake was like the biggest, most successful game that Square has ever done, but they lost all of their profits because of Marvel's Avengers. I think they needed to go the Netflix way. Have smaller, more targeted games that don't take so long to make and they're not such a huge investment, but do more of them. You know? You got to diversify your portfolio. Did it? Let's see. About 9 million. About 9 million for 15. Units sold. 5 million for remake, but 15 came out a lot. I'll be more interested to see like when Final Fantasy VII Remake has been out for like 5 years or whatever. When like in the same amount of time, I don't know how much each one sold. You know. Although this does say Final Fantasy 15 is the third best-selling Final Fantasy behind 7 and 10. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. But it was, my point still stands. It was very, very successful. But Square Enix still lost money last year because of Marvel's Avengers. With this DLC nonsense, I honestly feel like 7 was never meant for me. I never play it. What do you mean? The DLC is a bunch of bullshit that Square wanted to do for sure. Like, I heard Nomura say that he didn't want to do DLC. He just wanted to make the next game, and like Square basically made him do it. Yeah, the whole DLC was a cash grab for sure. I mean, it worked. I bought it day one at full price. You might be able to in the next one. Yeah, not without a PS5. Yeah, yeah. Some bullshit. I can't believe they did that. And like I'm one who prophesizes, like, I think they need to focus on PlayStation 5 games because PlayStation 5 exists. And when they make games for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, it just means that they're not taking advantage, like they're not making games the way they could. Because they know they have to like tune it back or scale it back because it's going to be on PlayStation 4. But Final Fantasy VII Remake was a PlayStation 4 game. Like, why make a DLC that's only for PlayStation 5? That's just nuts. That doesn't make any sense. And it'd be one thing if PlayStation 5s were readily available for everybody who wanted one. But they're not. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, they do all kinds of shady bullshit, and I still buy their games. Like, this isn't the first time they've pulled stuff like this. I mean, this very specific, particular thing, yes, this is the first time they did it, but... You think? I don't know. I feel like a lot of the new Final Fantasy VII fans, like people who either never played the original or didn't care about the original or whatever, really liked the remake, even if they didn't really get it until like someone explained it to them. And like they gave the game away for free, but then you can't just buy the DLC even though you have the game. You still have to buy the game to buy the DLC, even though you already own the game. The way they made it so convoluted, for one thing, more complicated than it needed to be. And the way they're excluding people is so strange. It's so weird. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. The Okay, you guys have you watched Mythic Quest? It's the Apple TV show about video game developers. It's a half-hour comedy. It's got Rob McElhenney. But there's a character played by Danny Pudi, he is the monetization guy of the game company of Mythic Quest. And it's just like he is so obvious. He's like very realistic. Like, you know, there's someone at Square Enix who is just that guy. I mean, I'm sure they've probably got a whole team, but like, who just like, okay, what can we do to make this make the most money, regardless of who it pisses off and regardless of who it alienates? How can we make the most money off of this? That's what they do. That's what they do. That is exactly what they do. It is a good show. It is really good. I really enjoy it. The second season is out right now. Like they're releasing like an episode a week, which are like Ashley Birch is in it. So like, I mean, she's one of the writers on the show as well. So, I mean, come on. I'll watch anything she's a part of or play anything she's a part of. Just which I say that I still haven't played anything Horizon. I need to get on that. I own it because they gave it away for free. I just need to play it. time is it? It is 4:20. I'm thinking. I just think the sales numbers show that Square doesn't has a lot. Have that Square doesn't has lost a lot of its old fans. That Square's lost a lot of its old fans, probably. All right, that's almost certainly true. No, I get what you're saying though. Blazing. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is take a quick break, and then come back and play some Persona. That sound good? You up for some Persona? I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you probably don't want any Persona, AJ. I know you hate that game. I know you hate me playing it. You playing Mass Effect 2? Did you finish the first one? I take it. I assume. I don't think you'd move on to the second one until you beat the first one. Yeah, that's. Man, it's on my list. It's on my list. I really want to play it. I will play it eventually. Okay. I'll say Legendary Edition. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know that's what you were playing. But they still have them like. I mean, there's still 3 games in one, but like. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. It'll probably be, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Not super long. Like those Kingdom Hearts packages. Yeah. Although I did hear which I think is really interesting, how they have a trophy set for Mass Effect 1, a trophy set for Mass Effect 2, a trophy set for Mass Effect 3, and then a trophy set across all 3, which I thought was really interesting. And like apparently that's the first time PlayStation has done it like that. And I think that's really cool that like they're able to do that now. Or maybe they've always been able to do that and they've just decided, cuz like you'll see like with DLC, like you've got your Final Fantasy VII remake trophies, and then you've got like the intergrade trophies. But it's not that's still different from 1, 2, 3, and then an overall, because there is, especially with Mass Effect, like there's an overarching story, and like your saves, like you save your saves through each game. So like I don't know, it's cool. I like it. I think it's a good idea. I think that's going to be a useful thing in the future, as you know, we have more and more games being made and remade, and different types of games with episodes and whatnot, you know, episodic games. So I don't know, I just think it's cool. Okay, I gotta go. I mean, I don't have to go, but I'm gonna go, or else I'm just gonna ramble forever. Okay, see you guys soon. Bye.